Selamat datang, good day, and welcome to the International and Domestic Virtual Colloquium or Komad 2023, organized by the Institute of Teacher Education International Languages, Campus Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I am Muhammad Irman Harun, and I am your Master of Ceremony and moderator for today's colloquium sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme for this year's colloquium is Optimizing Future-Proof Education. The goal of this colloquium is to provide the space for educators all around the world to discuss, share, and exchange views with fellow educators on topics related to education and how it is transforming globally. Indeed, through this colloquium, there is plenty to learn and expand our knowledge. Komad 2023 brings you 18 series in the form of individual webinars with speakers from Malaysia and other countries. Let us begin with the opening ceremony with a speech by the Honorable Director of the Institute of Teacher Education International Languages, Campus DATIN Dr. Hajah BUSHRO binti Ali. Without further ado, please welcome the Honorable DATIN Dr. Hajah BUSHRO binti Ali to give a speech and officiate Komad 2023. Please welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Irman Harun, for that lovely introduction. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we meet in this international and domestic virtual colloquium or Komad organized by the Institute of Teacher Education International Languages Campus Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The virtual colloquium, as in the past, provide a platform bringing together educators around the world to share issues and discussing topics in teaching profession. As always, our friends and colleagues from all over the world, we share their experience and knowledge, and this sharing and learning from each other will add to the vast body of knowledge in the teaching world. What is more pertinent is, of course, how we put what we have learned into action, into practice and execution. The theme for this year's colloquium is Optimizing Future-Proof Education underscores the direction and path that Malaysia and the nation of the world are taking. As the learning landscape is evolving rapidly, this has made future-proof to become quite a buzzword, and that is why this theme has been chosen for this year's colloquium. Being future-proof means the ability to not need replacing or updating as technology advances. Therefore, optimizing future-proof education is to ensure that what we have in our education now is always evergreen. Technological progress is inevitable and is desirable as how it allows humanity to accomplish. However, we should know that the pressure on human to keep with the progress has become a growing crisis. It has created a classic paradoxical relationship. Before that, let's spare some thoughts on future-proof. What exactly does it mean? As what I have mentioned earlier, learning landscape is evolving rapidly. Thus, future-proof seems the only answer to keep us survive. Think about the concept of future-proof through the lens of future-ready. We could not deny that we have seen in the digital revolution, only a small handful of experts are ready for work that is now completely connected and intertwined with new technology. We know exactly that humans need to adapt to this new landscape, but the big question is how? When the subject matter to be learned is rapidly changing, how can we future-proof our education? How can we ensure that what is learned is not immediately in need of replacing or updating? Ladies and gentlemen, It is thus important that we look into our teaching. Teaching is not solely for the sake of making students and learners passing the subject or enabling them to excel in their academic pursuits. We should consider the step to take as to ensure our children can survive regardless of the rapid changes. Yes, indeed, that this led us to a multifaceted solution. We recognize our upskilling platform required a layered approach to future-proof what people are learning to better equip them for the digital transformation. Besides, future-proof education need to be flexible and inclusive without compromising its philosophy. Being active participants in their education supports students in finding their own passion and taking ownership of their future learning. But at the same time, taking into account all the important matters in education and the philosophy that relates to it should not be taken for granted. Besides, technology cannot be denied on its importance when education is of concern, and it is because physical boundaries should not be the reason to limit teaching and learning. Today's industries need future-proof talent with skills in critical thinking, communication, collaboration, understanding the global environment's impact, adhering to standards, and solving problems. Thus, education should cater to the need by optimizing future-proof education. Alexander Graham Bell once says, "Before anything else, preparation is the key to success." Ladies and gentlemen, what I have mentioned are just a snippets into what's going to come in Komad this year. So join us to know more about education and how it is considered to be future-proof from scholars and experts in education by following us in the 18 webinar series. Our initiative of having this colloquium, time and cost to organize this platform are served to have fruitful discussion and hope to be optimally utilized for the sake of preparation of the future. Before we begin our first series, it is my honor to officiate the opening of Komad 2023. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Datin Dr. Hajah Bushra binti Ali, the Honorable Director of the Institute of Teacher Education International Languages Campus, for such an inspiring speech for all of us and officiating the colloquium for this year. Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin the first webinar series with a keynote by the Deputy Director of the Institute of Teacher Education International Languages Campus. Hope that Komad 2023 will be an inspiring and eye-opening journey to everyone. I now shall pass the floor to my colleague, Ms. Jihan, the moderator, for the first session. Thank you.